Joe, kind of a tale of two halves for the 2022 New York Jets, but when you take a look from a broad perspective, you do see growth across the board. What are you most proud of this team?
I think this team competed all year, and you're right, it was a tale of two halves, and we come out of the gate 6-3, big win at home against Buffalo before the bye, and then back half of the season, finishing with 6 straight losses. Obviously, have to be better than that and have to finish games better than that. But ultimately, there's a lot to improve on, a lot to learn from this back half. But the guys competed, the guys stuck together through it all, the highs and the lows, and so there's experience you can take from this.
Look, as the general manager, you love all the rookies that you draft on the team, but to have guys like Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Breece Hall contribute immediately the way that they did, is that something that you could have even envisioned in April when they were drafted?
Very unique group. Rarely in my time in the league has a group of young players come in and made the impact that these young men have had this year. Starting with Sauce, just consistently competitive, loves ball, wants to soak it up, know all the details, highly instinctive, and then that's before you even get to his ability. And then Garrett, 1,100 yards receiving, unbelievable route runner, great ball skills, able to put up this kind of production, 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the ball. You mentioned Breece, obviously one of the more explosive runners in the National Football League. Jermaine, was a really deep defensive line, but Jermaine, when he had his opportunities, he did a lot of positive things. And then, if you just keep going all the way to our last 2 picks in that draft, Max Mitchell started games at right tackle for us. Michael Clemens was a huge part of our rotation and special teams, and plays with the exact kind of strain and effort and toughness that we're looking for. So a very unique draft class in a positive way, and excited for all these guys to hit the ground running in year 2.
Do those guys have a common denominator? Maybe not even as football players, just as people that you think help them contribute immediately?
Yeah, I think these are top tier competitors and guys that just when we talk about loving ball, like they never wanted to leave. Like they wanted to stay here from rookie camp until they want to stay here now. Like they're just they're obsessed with football, and so it's great to get a couple of those guys, much less a whole group, and to see how close they've gotten over the last few months. It's been really impressive to see.
What's most impressive from your vantage point about the growth of Quinnen Williams from the day that you walked in here and took this job to this season, essentially?
Yeah, Quinnen and I basically came in together, just having being hired right after he was drafted, and watching his growth as a person and a player, it's been astounding. And it culminated in his breakout season this year, and his ability to just do what he does against both run and pass. He's not a one-dimensional player, right? He's a Pro Bowler for a reason, and to have this amount of sacks and how disruptive he was as an interior defender. It's no one works harder. No one's a better person. So he's earned everything that he's gotten this year.
Robert Saleh said that the team was prepared to work with Zach Wilson through hell or high water in the offseason. Without giving away any secrets, what kind of conversations did you have with Zach Wilson, and what's the plan for his offseason moving forward?
Yeah, I've had a couple of really good conversations with Zach, and no one wants to succeed more than Zach, and no one works harder than Zach, and so he wants to hit the ground running, and he wants to get right to it. But it's important for him to take some time, reflect on everything from the good and the bad, and then get right back into the work. And I think he's in a good frame of mind to come back ready and ready to get back to work.
Joe Flacco set to be a free agent. Mike White, same thing. How do you go about bringing stability to that room?
Yeah, I think consistency and stability are going to be important, and so We have two of our quarterbacks are going to be free agents, unrestricted free agents. So I think we have to get in the lab with the coaching staff and put together a great off-season plan for every single position group, and look at every different area we can improve the team. And then once we put that plan together, go out and execute it.
I wanted to ask you about a couple guys who unfortunately had their seasons cut short. Mekhi Becton, Elijah Vera-Tucker, Breece Hall. Where are they right now in their recovery process?
Yeah, all three guys are here, working hard, on track, no setbacks. Mekhi, obviously, this is a big year for Mekhi. Not having him the last 2 years is obviously less than ideal. He's been working hard. He's been with our strength conditioning staff. He's been with our medical staff rehabbing. So, I think this is a big off-season OTA training camp for him. Come back in the best shape you can possibly be. Hit the ground running, and let's have a great 2023. AVT is recovering well from the triceps. Expecting him to be fully ready to go. And then, Breece, he had a very successful procedure, and again, he's on track, and he's rehabbing with our team downstairs and doing a great job.
In years past, each of the last 2 years, you've had multiple first-round picks. This year, as of now, you do not. How do you view, or what's your take on this year's draft capital and also the financial flexibility compared to years past?
Yeah, I think in terms of the financial flexibility, we still have a lot of flexibility. And Dave Sosi, Nick Sabella, and our football admin team, they do a fantastic job helping with putting the best salary cap plan together. And look, it's early in the draft process. We've got all-star games coming up here soon, and I know our scouts they've canvassed the United States, finding the best talent. So we've had some initial meetings. It's going to be a strong draft. Obviously, we don't have the same type of capital, like you said, that we've had the last 2 years. But we still have a lot of resources at our disposal.
Awesome, Joe. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thanks, Ethan.